I don't even know if this is gonna work. Stinking USB cable is so wiggly. I'm gonna try to hot glue it. This might be a big mistake. I'm gonna put some hot glue on there and see if I can hold it still. Just kind of run it down. See if it'll hold this thing still, keep it from moving around and disconnecting. This is just a temporary fix. Strings everywhere. See if that works. There we go, let that dry. Not sure if that's going to work or not. Worth a shot. Don't even know if hot glue will stick to that or not. This could work. Could be a disaster. Hot glue gun master, I am not. Stay. Gonna let that set up. I might keep it stiff enough. The problem is the USB port on my camera, or this cable, cheap cable, is real loose, and every time I move the camera, it disconnects and causes my PC to crash. So I figured I'd put some hot glue on the cable, let it run onto the camera top. It's not gonna hurt anything when this stuff dries. I just figured it'd hold the plug still. So yeah, I think that's gonna work. Keep it from moving around so I can move the camera in and out without it disengaging. This is just a temporary solution. Not sure what the permanent fix would be. This is a $500 camera after all. Just let that set up, and then we can plug the power cord back in and see if I mess that. Did I? I don't know. Perfect. Seem to have got that in the right spot. That's nice and stiff now. Doesn't look too bad too. Sure you want to stop recording? No, I don't want to stop recording. In fact, I just got started. Ha. Haha. Cool. Seems to work. Switch to our camera view. There's my crazy knuckles. There's the pad. Cool. It's working. It's working. All right. Cool. All right. I'm not going to put some gloves on yet. Well, maybe I should. I don't know. Turn the power supply on. I've got an interesting case here. This is one of my MacBook Airs that I'm going to look at. 2015 MacBook Air. Problem is it's power cycling, like it will start to turn on and then it will shut off. So I'm trying to figure out why that is. We're going to take the information sticker off. Yep, 2015 13-inch MacBook Air. Let's clean this top off real quick. It's got a power cycling problem. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the SSD out and stuff. See, bottom of it's not in the best of shape. You can see that nice crease right here. But I mean, it's possibly a fixable laptop, and I think I only paid $75 for this. I know the screen's good. We're just gonna kind of mess with it and see what we can find, if we can fix it or not. We're gonna go ahead and pull the bottom cover off and check for liquid damage. Now I have a refurbished ticket in my system, but I've had this computer for, well, let's go look at the refurbished ticket, or I'll look at it and tell you. So this is refurbished number 1068. Do I have a date on here? I've had this since January? Okay, or February. So not that long. I bought it 3-4 months ago. At least that's what's in the refurb thing. Yeah, it's paid $75 for it. Which I guess if it turns out to work, that's not a bad deal. So let's power it on, or open it up real quick and see if I can find out why it's doing what it's doing. Could be something easy, could be a disaster. We're going to find out together, because I have not worked on this yet. Been too busy working on other people's machines. Well, see a little evidence of liquid damage right here on the bottom cover. You can see that. If you flip it over, that's right where the battery is. You can see the battery connector's got corrosion on it, so maybe it's a battery issue. Can you see that? Yep. You can see it. Well, let's show you under the microscope, since I've got my microscope cable now glued in place, and it's not gonna, I think I just lowered the risk of my video crashing due to my cable, or my USB cable coming on. Yeah, see that? Got green stuff on the battery connector. Green stuff is not good, so we're going to unplug this battery. Alright. We're going to go back to overhead, because what I want to do next is take this hard drive out, because even though I bought it from somebody, their information is still on here, and I don't want to reveal their name. Board looks pretty clean though. Could it just be the battery? grab one of my test drives here. See what it does. Maybe it will still power cycle. I'll have to fix it. Oops. Take that screw out again. Doesn't look like this computer's ever been worked on either, so that's good. Could just be a battery problem. If that's the case, I don't know why I never looked at it before. Alright, let's plug it into our power supply and see what happens. Now usually, or the first time I tried to plug it in, it would act like it's going to turn on and give me a battery symbol, and then it'll turn back off and then turn back on. We have no green light on the charger, which is a bit concerning. Which means we could have a cable issue or something. I don't know. Let's see what it does. Oh, we got a chime. Could not recognize this SSD. It's a possibility. Yeah. Okay, so it's not power cycling anymore. It's taking 700 milliamps, which is a bit high. Which is a bit high for my liking, but it is staying on now, so that leads me to believe that this has a battery problem. Do I have an actual SSD that's able to log on? See, this is the bad thing, is I've got tons of SSDs, but I don't know. Let's try this one. Some of those could have personal info on them. How big of a hard drive does this have anyway? Yeah, 128. Nothing to write home to mom about. Let's try this one. I'd like to get it to boot up. That would be nice. The other concern is why it doesn't have a MagSafe light. Could be the DC board or the cable. Power back on, see what happens. 550 milliamps, 600. Should get a chime. Yep, there's our chime. Get a login screen here. Does have one little ding there, but overall it's in really good condition. Could not be recognizing SSDs either. Okay, so it's not seeing that one either. Alright. We're going to go to plan B here. We're going to fire up the external drive, the boot drive. We're going to boot from that because I just want to check and make sure. I just want to check and make sure this thing is actually going to boot, or actually boots and recognizes a hard drive. If it does, it could be just the date on the clock date is way off, and so it's not gonna work. It'd just be a matter of formatting an SSD and putting it in. El Capitan, yeah. So High Sierra El Capitan. Okay. Must be old. Running old OS on this. This thing probably hasn't ran for a long time. Just want to see if it boots, if it runs. If she runs, And we'll know that it's just the battery. It's not power cycling or anything like it was, so we can get our, not on camera, but get our fancy battery analyzer out and analyze the battery. Are we stuck? There we go. Let's come up now. Log into High Sierra. Looks like our Wi-Fi is working. Do some checks here. Let's check see if our SSD is being recognized. At least, oh, we'll go to disk utility. Yeah, it sees our internal SSD. You can see it. See if I can show you without unplugging stuff. Right there. That is our external SSD. Or internal, excuse me. The internal SSD. So it is seeing SSD. It just was running an old version of macOS. Did I do something bad? Shoot, I'm about to restart. I think I bumped something and now it's not responding. Coconut battery open. No. I think I bumped the USB port. Let's restart. Yeah. Alright. I moved the computer. I shouldn't have. Because I'm booting from an external. So it's option boot again. I just want to check the camera and the keyboard. So probably just safe to say that the battery suffered a liquid spill, and so it's no longer working, so it just needs a battery. I don't see any other evidence of liquid damage whatsoever. So that's wonderful. Got a perfectly functioning machine, minus a battery, which is fine because I have batteries. Alright, let's try this again without moving the drive around a bunch because I bumped the USB port. Probably caused it to eject. So I wanted to check the keyboard, make sure all the keys are working. So keyboard test. Oh, cancel, get out of here. Looks like the keyboard's working. Alright. Backlight working. Backlight works. What about our keyboard backlight? Yep. Keyboard backlight works. Screen backlight works. About the camera. Yep, camera's working. USB port's obviously working. Microphone work. Hey Siri, what time is it?
Sorry, could you say that again?
What time is it?
Could you say that again?
Oh, I noticed she does that. She does this when the time's off. Or when the, yeah. I don't know why she does that. Obviously you can't do coconut battery because the battery is undone. Yeah, so messages, photos, reminders, notes. If I do a voice note. New note. Nope. Hello. Hello, Siri, hello.
Sorry, could you say that again?
No. Never mind, Siri. I didn't say anything. I remember there's a reason why it does that, but I don't remember. Anyway, it's working. This computer works. So we'll go ahead and shut it down and make a note. Shut down. Except for that. I think we have a DC board issue. Maybe we try another DC board real quick. Alright, let's do that. Hook power. Unhook this SSD because it obviously is not working. Probably just need to format a new one, put it in here. Could be why the microphone's not working either. The cable suffered any liquid damage? No, doesn't look like it. We're not even gonna take the old DC board out. We're just gonna do a little trick like this. We're gonna plug this in like this. So tester are known good. Plug that in. See what we got. Yep, and we got a green MagSafe light. So we got a bad DC board. There you can see the orange light now. Which probably means that well, let's try the cable on this. See if it's the cable itself or if it's the DC board. It's probably why the microphone's not working. because the microphone on these MacBook Air A1466 plugs into the DC board. So, with the new cable, let's try again. Oh, maybe it's just the cable. So we have a light again. Maybe the cable wasn't plugged in right? Let's try it again. Was the cable just not plugged in correctly? Yes, of course. Alright, somebody messed with this and... Well, let's try the microphone again. Test one back in. Are we too late? You're not going to recognize my external? There we go. Let's plug it in now that the DC board is working. Interesting. I just unplugged and plugged the DC flex, or the flex that goes from the DC board to the logic board. Plugged it back in, and now we have our MagSafe light. So now we'll see if our microphone works now. We'll see if Siri will respond. We have another issue. Oof. Screen hinges are a little loose. Oh, you're jumping the gun a little bit here. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, what time is it?
Sorry, could you say that again?
What time is it? What time is it? Yeah. She's still not acting right. So we'll have to figure that out.
Sorry, could you say that again?
You're a little slow on the draw there. We'll go and shut down because we know it works. We'll check it again sometime once I get a SSD formatted. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and plaster some couple screws back in here and make some notes. Figured this machine worked, I just wasn't sure exactly what was going on. I'll just put, what is this information? Core F5. Verb 1068. gigabytes. Put a little asterisk. Needs battery. Alright, that's it for that guy. So there's one of my refurbs down. Can put him in the good to go pile. This one has an SSD issue. May need a flash SPI. Yeah, we're not going to work on that one right now. Do have another one. This will be our next person, but if you excuse me for a second, I'll be right back. Yeah, alright. Alright, I'm back again. The next one, this is mine also. This is a 2015 MacBook Air. Another one, A1466, that has the problem of no backlight. So we are going to fix that. Hopefully. Don't want to get too ambitious or... Once again, this is another purchase from Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, and the current issue with this is no backlight. There's also an SSD in here still. I don't want to reveal the previous owner's information, so before I power it on, I'm going to go ahead and remove the bottom screws and the SSD and hope that I don't find a giant mess. Now remember, the previous owner took it to Apple, and they wanted to charge her for no backlight. They wanted to charge her about $400 to $500 to fix this computer. I quoted her my price. I just said her or him. Anyway, this doesn't matter if I reveal the gender. Anyway, I gave them an option of repairing it, and they decided to sell it to me. They were done with it. It's been worked on by Apple, so this is an Apple refurb board, I imagine. And it is liquid damaged. Ugh, yikes. That's disgusting. Yeah, you can see a little dirty. A little nasty. Why is my phone going crazy beeping? Ooh, yeah. I know it works, but yeah, I can definitely see some corrosion. They didn't reveal to me that it was liquid damaged, which is kind of annoying. Yep, this is an FRU. Apple plastered it all. Jeez. It's plastered all over the board. Look at that. They got a stamp. FRU. Apple. This is an Apple board. An Apple FRU, a field replacement unit. So they didn't lie about that part. About returning or taking it to Apple. I can clearly see liquid damage. I'm going to make an exception. Since this is my machine, I own this. Even though I see evidence of liquid damage, I'm going to power it on anyway. And it's only because the owner, before they sold it to me, turned it on and showed me that it works. It just doesn't have backlight. So I'm going to demonstrate. I unplugged the battery. So should hear a chime. There's our chime. Now if this thing gets backlight, I'm gonna laugh. As you can see, sort of. Let me see if I can pick it up. There's a flashing question mark folder. Alright, so we know the computer's working. No backlight. Can also measure. Take our multimeter and measure voltage on our diode here. I think it was D7701. Let's not drop the probes onto a live logic board and short more stuff out, Tim. Would not be a good way to figure this out. Should probably have the screen open so SMC lid is not on, whatever. Yeah, 855, so guaranteed the LP8550 is dead. Just from judging from the amount of liquid damage we see, it's all on this speaker. You can see it all along the speaker here. You can see all along the over here by the antenna wires, the Wi-Fi wires. Nice streak that heads right over to our backlight circuit. So I guarantee you the LED driver is toast. I hope to God the LCD connector did not suffer any damage, and it probably did. Don't worry, it's unplugged the power. Oh, looks like the LCD cable got a little damaged, but you can see switch to microscope camera. Scope cam. So that little cap there is dead. You can see the liquid headed towards our LCD connector. Didn't get to any of the pins. Dirtied up a couple of caps. May have broken the trace, the feedback trace here. We're definitely gonna have to continuity check that. Now this is one of the instances where I will UC this board. Alright. Go ahead and pull this board out. This Apple refurb board. Field replacement unit. He's poked all over it. I'm gonna get a box, screw box. All right. We're going to take this board out and look at the damage. I'm hoping it didn't get next to the SMC or anything. Huh. I love it. The story I got. Oh yeah, no. Nothing ever happened to it. It just stopped working. That's probably why. It probably died before they took it to Apple. Paid $700 for a new logic board. Because it's probably out of warranty. Being that it's 2015. They liquid damaged it, and Apple probably wanted to charge them another $700 because it was liquid damaged. And so at that point, they probably gave up and said, nah, we're done. Which is fine. We'll see if we can't fix it. What am I doing? The fan screws out. I love working on these Airs. It's got like 7 or 8 screws that you gotta, or 10 screws total you gotta pull out. It's beautiful. It's not like the new A1466s or any of the newer MacBook Pros. There's like 25, 35 screws you gotta pull out of the darn thing to get it apart. A nightmare. And this computer's in really good shape other than it being a little crusty from liquid damage. I have tons of Air speakers sitting around, so if that speaker over there proves to be too liquid damaged, I'll just rip it out and put a new one in. I mean, I've got tons of them. Looks like am I missing something? This board doesn't seem like it wants to come out. Probably liquid damage. Yeah. Stuck. Come on. Oh. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Nice. It's a 1.6 gig, 8 gigs of RAM. Alrighty then. Ooh, it's a little dark there. Should pull the speaker out real quick. Hmm. Bit destructive, but you know what? Pull the battery out too. Just curious to see what that speaker underneath of it looks like. Like I said, I got tons of these speakers sitting around. Go replace that. Battery still looks like it's good in shape. Some rusty looking stuff over here. Finish getting our speaker out. Probably could have done that in the first place. A little less destructive. It was probably okay. Yeah. It's broken now, so oh well. We'll just replace it. We gotta clean all this out anyway. That's disgusting and filthy. We also gotta clean the LCD cable. The back of it's had a little bit of stuff on it. Sticky stuff. We'll gently clean that up. We don't want any of that sticky stuff on here. Kind of gross. Yeah, we're going to definitely go through this. I'm obviously not going to clean this whole entire MacBook on this video. That would be boring and pointless. It's definitely definitely a little dirty inside, and we will clean all this up and make it look nice and new and shiny once we're done. It's like oily, some kind of weird oily residue there, probably from the liquid spill. I find that screen wipes work really good for this. How long have we been videoing? 48 minutes. That's not bad. So yeah, just kind of wipe. They spilled like some kind of food or something in here. This is just the backlight film. That's not even the backlight. It's just the film. Well, I guess it is the backlight, but it'll be fine. Not gonna get too down and picky. Just kind of clean whatever that was. I mean, when I get done, if I put it back together and the backlight's dim on a few keys or whatever, I may replace it. Replace the backlight, that is. That's kind of disgusting. Oh no. Down goes the paint. The paint spatula. So yeah, let's clean up all this general nastiness out of here. It's weird how people abuse their, $1,000 computers. I have to fix them all the time. If you open up mine are spotless. Okay. I'm ripping my glove. This little channel here is always gets gross. Disgusting. It's just mostly this side where the liquid spill incident occurred or didn't occur, depending on who you ask. Alright, we'll save the housekeeping for later, but you can see. We came to fix a board. That's what we came to do. I just mixed up all the bottom case screws with that other air, but that's okay. We'll put them all in here since they're both mine. Doesn't matter. Let's take a look under the microscope at this Apple refurb. So our 3V42 circuit's a little messed up. This little resistor. Oh, he's still okay. Yeah, we'll pass this through the UC and make sure it gets all nice and clean. Probably go ahead and pull the Wi-Fi card off too, since we're going to UC this board when we're done. No sense in keeping that on. Take a closer look at that LCD connector. Yep, by the hair of our chinny chin chin, we missed going into that connector and causing us to have to replace it. We'll go ahead and pull the camera off the edge. Let's try not to undo the cords. We're going to look inside the connector. See. Yeah, nothing went inside the connector, as you can see. Connector is really clean. Connector itself is clean. There's no sticky stuff in there, so that's good. Whew. I mean, I don't mind replacing connectors, but I mean, if you don't have to do it, it's great. Or if I could clean up that stuff that's sitting right in front of it. Whatever it is. It's coffee or something. Caramel. Looks like caramel. Weird. Yeah, it comes right off. Like I said, we're going to UC this board anyway. We'll place that little capacitor. Is that line? Is that through hole busted? It's looking a little worn. Sorry, I'll see if I can focus a little better. There we go. Could be broken. So may have to blob some solder on that guy. We'll just gently touch it. It's still connected. Not as good as I would like it to, but we may. Oh yeah, that's fine. Try not to kill the integrity of that. Probably just, I might blob some solder on it just to bolster it, and it looks okay. It's probably fine. Probably don't need to mess with it. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty well intact. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, it's my computer anyway, so who cares, right? I'm probably just gonna fix it and put it in my pile, my rotation, or sell it or whatever. I don't know. It's got a little surface grunginess there. UC will take care of that. You can't see what I'm looking at. Yeah, it's just covered by something that'll come off in the UC. I'm not gonna. Actually, all this stuff comes off pretty good with just IPA, isopropyl. But you know what we're gonna look at now. We're gonna look at the back side of this board. Focus. Yep. Basically a devastated backlight circuit. That's what we're looking at. Alright. We're not even gonna pretend like we can't, that this is gonna work without fixing that. Not even gonna pretend. We're gonna go ahead and knock that stuff off there and fix it. Just those couple of resistors and stuff. Well, it'd probably help if I turn the fume extractor on. Not point the hot air at my hand. I think I just removed more things that I wanted to. Whoops. Oh, that's right. I don't even, oh yeah. I was gonna say, I don't even know if the LP8550 is bad or not. Yeah. She bad. Get out. Luckily, I have no torn pads. Doesn't look like. Alright. Now you guys gotta tell me if that's in focus or not. I'm over here fixing the board. What are you guys doing? You're not helping. You're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. See that? Man. Just cannot get good help these days. 165 donors. Got a box of them here. And when I say I have a box, I have a box. I have a box of donors. That's just 165s. I have tons more. You have mostly what I need. These all have good viable LP8550s on them too. You have mostly what I need. Do I have a board that's got everything on my need, or do I need to have two? Do I have to have two donor boards sitting out so I can fix my board? Come on, man. There we go. Ha. You'll work. Alright. I still got my capacitor here, so I'll still reuse him. He's good. We'll set him off to the side. How many backlight drivers in here? Nope, those are CD3215s. Those are the drivers for the keyboards. SM bus, SRC, PMW or PWM, SMCs, more MOSFETs. TBS 50180. I probably don't have any backlight drivers on here. Power IC, MUX chips, FM or FDMF 6808s, PMIC, LCD power inductor filter, U6990. Yeah, alright. So I guess I don't have my LP8550s in that box. But in my SMD part box I do. Dig through here. MOSFETs, fuses. There's got to be a better way to organize this stuff. That P-channel MOSFETs, more P-channel, N-channel, Schottky diodes, ferrite beads, Zehners, backlight fuses, more backlight fuses, and N-channel MOSFETs, Schottky diodes. Where are my LED backlight drivers? Are they in the back? Yep. LP8550s. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Why are you on the overhead? Scope cam, fool. Scope cam. Trying to see if I've used any of these yet. No? Still have hundreds of backlight drivers, probably because I don't get many of these computers anymore. Other than what I buy. Peeled that back a little far, didn't I? It's tape. Oh, it sticks back down. Great. Alrighty then. Where'd that go? What's that? Oh, okay. Thought I'm losing parts here. Can't even see what I'm doing. Flex board view on. What are you trying to do to me? The UC will clear that up. Probably not my best soldering job, but maybe put some more flux on it and just heat it up again one more time to get it to sit perfectly flat. Don't really like how that corner's sticking up. Not perfect, but that's better. Where'd you go? You're making me mad, little cap. You are making me mad. Blurry. Ow. In my way. Little tiny components, man. So yeah. Who am I fooling? I'm using the microscope. I can't see what I'm doing. Let's see what I'm grabbing. That's right. I'm just going to go back and touch them all up as I go, because I'm afraid that if I don't do that, I go to put the next one on, I'm going to blow that one off the board. Kind of like that. All right. There we go. We're leaving it just like that. Yeah. We're leaving it just like that. Actually, that resistor doesn't look like it has. Might have hit it with the wick. I'll make sure that resistor's sticking down. Yep. I'm gonna heat it up one more time, make it a little easier to clean. Not sure why I was struggling so much there. Just, I don't know. Use whatever 101 excuses you have. I'm tired. I didn't get enough sleep. Got too much sleep. At the end of the day, does it work? Yeah, it's not a beauty queen, but does it work? That is the question we want to answer with a yes. And I'm gonna ultrasonic this board. Probably. Alright. Oh, I forgot. We got one more thing to replace on this side too. Shoot. Replace that little cap over here, probably. Maybe. I don't know. Let's clean it and see. Yep. He's got to go. Yeah, unfortunately, he's got to go. He's missing his end cap. So we're going to get rid of him so he don't cause any problems. I need to put my air up. How's our donor cap look? Yeah, good. Just those 0201 parts were messing with me. Not sure why. Get rid of you two. You're unsightly. Yeah, we're gonna ultrasonic this board. Try to make it look nice and clean. I'm not gonna do that now, obviously. Now we're just gonna see if the darn thing has a backlight now. Get all this flux mess out of here. Made a huge mess. All right. Grab the top case. Oh, rubber thing there. Now I could just use a test LCD, but oh, I already have one of those. That's right. I forgot I ripped that speaker out. Of course, it's not going to be there. I'm going to plug the camera and stuff in because I am going to test everything real quick. Wi-Fi card doesn't look liquid damaged, so we'll put it in. Even if we don't hook the antenna, we'll still be able to pick up my Wi-Fi signal because my router is in this room. So do that. We're gonna put a screw in the logic board. Where's that other antenna? It does have a metal connector at the end. I don't want it sitting underneath there and shorting something out. Okay. Maybe one fan screw just for good measure. Nope. Maybe with the battery back in too, so I can check the battery. Cycles quickly. Make sure it charges. Battery center screw back in. Plug it in, turn it on. See if we get a backlight. Alright, turn it on. Taking an amp, so it's. I heard the chime. Let's see if we have a backlight. I'm not gonna cheat, lift it up, and look at the Apple logo. I'm gonna watch here and be surprised, like you guys, or disappointed. So the battery's definitely charging. 3 amps or 2.6 amps. Apple logo with a backlight. How about that? Take that, Apple refurb. Take that, liquid damage. Ha! Fixed. We've only been recording for an hour and a half, hour and 41 minutes, so we'll make it a 2-hour video. I don't care. Alright, so we obviously have a backlight. Let's see if our backlight works. Backlight is working. Early 2015. 1.6 gigahertz dual core i5. 8 gigs of RAM. Very cool. Very cool, very cool. Coconut battery. So this is the original battery. 386 cycle count. Manufacture date August 6, 2015. 94% design cap. So we got a really good battery in here. Check the keyboard. None of the keys feel crunchy, so. Whoops. Right. Well, the microphone works because Siri's talking to me. Well, hello, Siri. You don't have any country music. Okay. Battery's at 34% right now and charging. So yeah, we got a win. Backlight's working. Backlight's fixed. I'll probably UC this board. I'll take the heatsink off and everything. I'll UC it in the ultrasonic cleaner, make it all nice and clean. I'll take the battery back out, logic board, clean up all the gunk and nastiness out of the inside of it, and format the SSD, and I'll have a working 2015 MacBook Air. Got a slight bump there in the corner, but that's okay. Still a nice machine. Caps lock works. Keyboard backlight is working great. There's no dark spots. Seems to be functioning good. Trackpad works good. Yeah, happy. Fixed. Alright, with that, I'm going to call a close to this video. So we had kind of two wins. We had the first MacBook Air that was power cycling. It turned out, I didn't show the power cycling, but I had tested it right before I started the video. And it would go to power on, it would shut off. Turns out there was corrosion on the battery connector of the battery. So it just needs a new battery. And this one had a backlight failure due to liquid damage. So anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.